Oh, I thought you were going to do that other one. Good morning. I got a bit of hat head. I just led a workout this morning, so I'm glad you are here. And I'm glad we are live today to do our meditation and some breath work. Apparently I'm super female focused today. I have my girl boss mug for the voice thing again. This training, this helping people work out in the morning thing. I'm gonna have to get my voice a little more used to it. And then I have my fierce female focus shirt on today. So I'm so happy you're here. I'm excited for us to do some breath and some meditation. I'm also aware that because I'm starting this live after doing a workout, my energy is a lot more intense. Hi, Derek. It's good to have you. I'm so glad you're here. Hang out a little while with us and do this. You're going to love this. This is going to be really good for you. So I just saw my mom hop on. Cutest lady ever. You got to love when your mom really leans in and supports whatever you do, right? I know. My mom's really awesome that way, and she's always done that. I'm really grateful. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here this morning. We made it. We made it through another week, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but it's been a really good week for me, and full of a lot of gratitude. One thing I found myself saying so much this week was, gosh, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky for all of the people in my world. Amazing. Like, I literally have the most wonderful human beings in my world. They make my life so darn amazing. And I just feel really grateful this week for that. I don't know about you all, but especially with what we're enduring as a world, I think the people, I think maybe we're all realizing how rich we are just in having people to connect with. And I'm sure that all of us are, yeah, I'm glad, Derek, that all of us are really needing that connection with people. I know for me, it's huge. Any level of connection with people is really good for all of us right now. I'm doing my very best, as I've mentioned before, to be mindful of our single friends in the world. If you are one of those people, I want you to know that I love you and that I'm here, and that if you ever need anything, you can call. And that's just not a nice offer. That's genuine. I mean that. If you ever need something, or you know somebody who does, you know somebody who needs support, please, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome in my heart. If you need a dinner date and you're in isolation, cool. Let's call and let's have dinner, and we'll do a video call. If you need something more, you tell me. I'm here. I'm here to support you in whatever way I can. I'm learning a lot. I don't know about you all. I'm learning a lot in this time that we're going through in the world. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about how I show up in the world. And another really amazing thing is I'm learning how I can do better, which is pretty dang cool, because I think that is innate with most of us, is the desire to be better. Not meaning the desire to be better as in I'm not good enough where I'm at. That's not what I mean. What I mean is the desire to know that I can grow and expand and be better. That, I always want to have that. I call that hunger, being hungry. It's, as I always say, stay hungry and stay humble. And neither are easy in our society, yet both are very important. So again, as always, forgive the voice. Leading workouts in the morning, and so I'm using a tone that's a little higher and more amped up for an extended amount of time. Makes my voice appear as if it's a little more used, because it is. So I'm really happy you're here. And a good question that comes up, not just lately, but often in life: am I enough? Am I enough? I think we bump into this, and maybe even sometimes when we're not even aware that we bump into it. And we come up against feeling like, are we enough? Especially in times like these, when deficit, when fear, when struggle, when isolation is more increased, we're coming up against ourselves a lot more than we're used to. And when we do that, we're challenging. We're challenging our character. We're challenging ourselves in knowing who we are. We're challenging our identity. That's something that a lot of people may not be aware that's happening. Identity. We're rubbing up against knowing who we are with all of this change. And for some people, it's drastic. We're coming up against knowing who we are anymore because maybe we identified a lot more than we were aware of with the people around us, our jobs, or certain activities that we did. And we have to come back to knowing who we are inside without everything outside of us. And it's really tough in our world today because everything around us, we are bombarded with the idea that the way that you are worth anything has something to do with how you look, what you do, the money you make, the kind of place you live, the kind of car you drive, your relationship, etc., etc. And all of those things are external. So the important thing is to come back to, especially now, who am I here? Who am I when I take all of those things away? I can tell you I relate with that a lot. I'm an extrovert. I know you can't tell, but I am. I don't get paid for my jokes. But I love people, and lessening that or having less of it has been really, really wonderful. Why? Because I get to come back to who am I without all these people, A, and B, to feel even more gratitude for them. So today, in our meditation and in our breath work, that plane needs some attention. Oh, that's a helicopter. It's a loud helicopter, so I'm going to let it go by for a second. Awesome. Good reminder to send some Care Bear love and gratitude from your heart for all of our first responders and those people on the front line. Keep them in your mind and in your hearts today. They are navigating a lot. But today, for you to water your roots and for this to be about you, we're going to really focus our meditation today on coming to know that we are enough and that we are good right where we're at. That you don't need 1,000,001 things or really anything outside of you. It's all here. And the only way we know that is if we practice it over and over again. So I'm so glad you're here today. Just hot water for me today for this guy. So, meditation, as always, I'll remind you of a couple of things. Find a comfortable seating arrangement for yourself, upright, so that you allow your energy to align and so that you can really stay focused and tune in. And make sure that you are comfortable and relaxed. I want you to do your best not to move around a lot throughout your meditation. It's a good personal practice because we tend to fidget in life when things get challenging or when we get uncomfortable. So it takes some practice leaning into discomfort. So today we're going to do that. We're going to get comfortable. We're going to lean into that. And we're really just going to focus on our awareness and the insight that comes through today. Remembering that this particular practice is similar to what might be called a Vipassana, which is from the Middle East. It's from the East. It's a practice of learning to do what we're doing now. And that's learning how to be still, how to become aware of what's coming through, how to focus on something in particular, and then really be attuned to the insights that come as a result of that. And so if you are just joining now, I'm glad you're here. So sit comfortably, sit upright. This is for you. This time is for you. And secondarily, this is what we get to share with the world around us. We are going to continually grow this and expand this so that we are all connected all over, bringing our energy up, our love, our gratitude up, centering and grounding ourselves. The more you practice, the better you get. The better we get, the less things outside of us bother us at all. It is a possibility. It sometimes just doesn't seem like it because we're not practiced. So of course, when stress happens, we react to it. If you're not practiced at learning how to deal with stress in a mindful way, you're going to react. So how do we get better? This is one of them, this time. So I'm glad you're here. Take this time for you. The only way you get better is to do it, and then do it again and again and again and again. And the gifts are endless, but you only get them if you dive in. Okay, so here we are. Let's sit, find a comfortable space for yourself. Again, I would encourage you to sit and not lay down. Lay down leads to sleep. Sleep leads to not focused. We don't want to practice that. We want to practice focus. So for me, I open my hands, and I encourage you to do the same and to open your heart or to sit in whatever way is good for you. With our breath, we're going to take 6-second count in and breathe in deeply, expanding in our belly, expanding in our chest as we always do. If you're continuing to do this every morning, that means you're getting better at your breath, and that is a good thing. Expand in. So let's breathe in deeply. And exhale. Beautiful. Take this time, be in this space, breathe in deeply. Take this time to connect in, connect to your heart. Connect to your being. Allow your mind and your body to work together to create this beautiful space for you to do work, to tune everything out outside of you, to really tune in inside of you. Breathing in deeply, expanding in your diaphragm, and then in your chest, and then exhaling 6 full seconds in and 6 seconds out. This is also going to help you with controlling your breath. Remembering that we're breathing to be present, to be connected to our breath. This is one way to get better at present moment awareness, and today is a good day for that. Present moment awareness. Just practicing being present. As you breathe deeply in and then deeply out, just focus in on your breath. Be here. If you get distracted, count your seconds of breathing in. 1, 2, 3, up to 6, and then out until you are back to centered on your breath. Let's practice. Let's continue to get better. Let's continue to rise. Let's continue to make ourselves aware of our worth and our importance. As you're breathing, focusing just here. You don't have anything else to worry about right now. Just be here. Allow yourself to be as important as a date or a meeting with a friend or someone you love or care about that you would show up for. Let yourself be that today. I am important enough to show up for myself, for all the things we can give to others in life. Time is one of the greatest gifts because it's not something you can ever get back, because it's limited. And so when you choose consciously to give time somewhere, it is such a great value. And as we think about that from a child's standpoint, of all the things they want your time. That's what they want. Because from the most simplistic point of view, from the simplest of beings, it matters most. Honor yourself every single day. You have to matter most. If you don't take care of this here, And how can you serve? How can you show up? And how can you share? Today, you are enough. Right where you are at along your journey. Breathing deeply in, fully. Feel that expansion on your inhale. And breathing out, letting go. Allowing the body to relax, to give way to your intentional focus. Very good. Take one more big, deep breath in. Expand in that diaphragm in the belly, then up in the chest. Then breathing out. I want you to remember that you will get better every single day that you choose to water your roots. Same way when you give your time in any direction, that connection grows. So too does this. As you return to normal breathing, still want you to be aware of taking deep breaths, maybe not as long. Try not to breathe in a shallow way just in your chest. Try to remember to breathe and expand even into your belly. It allows your lungs to open. Today, and sometimes on some days, we wonder, am I enough? Maybe it's because you're spending time alone. And because we're not around people, we don't feel the same value. Maybe there's a connection or a relationship with someone or several someones that's strained right now. And maybe we're feeling a struggle to know our value because we've placed a lot of weight on that connection. Right now, I want you to imagine a string that's attached from your heart to that person or those people's hearts. Those ones that maybe are causing a little bit of pain or strain in your life. Is it someone you're worried about? Is it a stressed connection? Attach a string to their heart and yours. And now, are there some people that you're missing? Maybe there's some people that you're missing that you haven't seen in a while because of our circumstance. Maybe there's some people that you feel you really need to see, or you're really wishing you could. I want you to attach a string from their heart to your heart. I want you to attach a string. Notice how your heart now has all of these strings attached. And if there's anyone else that comes up in your mind, anyone else that pops into your awareness right now, maybe they need to be a part of this exercise too. Okay? Attach a string to your heart and their heart. Visualize all of those strings attached. What I want you to do is I want you to just in this moment feel the weight of that. Feel the pull. And understand that as a result sometimes of connections and attachments, we can feel some pain, some tug, some pull. In order to really wrap ourselves up, it doesn't mean we love others less. it means we love ourselves more. When other people aggravate us, they don't need less love, they need more. When we miss people, we don't need to love ourselves less. Or them, we need to love ourselves and them more. And in order to do that, we have to remove any unhealthy emotional attachment to an outcome or to a person. We have to come from a space of love. We have to come from a space of clarity. So I want you now to imagine a sword, a big blade. Make it big enough that it's going to be able to cut all of those ties. Make it sharp, very sharp. And understand that it's intentional. And what I want you to do in your mind is be aware of all of those attachments to your heart. I want you to take that giant blade and I want you to swing it hard and fast across all of those strings till it cuts every single one. And when you cut all of those attachments, put the blade down and just be for a moment. I want you to notice maybe there was an initial sense of concern or fear or pain, but as that subsides and your heart fills, because you can let go of any need for anything outside of you to be a certain way, and that you are enough right here, in this moment, right now, that it doesn't matter what happens outside of us, who is near or far. Can you allow yourself in your connection to Source and just being, can you allow it to be enough right now? Can we trust right now that everything is going to happen exactly as it needs to? That my love for myself and for all others around me is going to flow openly and freely. That I don't have to try to force anything to happen. That I can just allow. And from this space of love and deep gratitude for the life that you have right now is enough. No matter what others choose around you, can we just wish them joy and love? No matter what happens around you, can you wish yourself joy and love? And if you can recognize that you need to be held and wrapped up in that love for yourself, you could take your arms and wrap them around yourself. And maybe you feel some judgment come up about doing that. That's okay. But maybe you can allow yourself, just in this moment, to wrap yourself up. Just see what happens. Just see what happens. Give yourself permission to be enough, to be worthy. Give yourself permission to let go of holding on to anything else but you right now. Maybe you can tell yourself, I got you. It's okay. We're okay. I'm okay. I am enough. Tell yourself, I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. There's nothing more that you have to do. There's nothing more that you have to say. There's no accomplishment. There's nowhere else that you need to be. Right here, right now, right where you're at, is right where you need to be. And it's the perfect place to love yourself more. It's the perfect place to choose gratitude. It's the perfect place to find joy just in this moment right now. It's the perfect place to recognize I have gifts, to recognize I have abilities, to recognize I have talents, to recognize I am good. I am enough. I am enough. Is it okay to just be enough today? Is it okay to not need anything else? To love yourself so much and enough that you are your own light, that you have the ability to create change just from this space right here, right now. Now that you are free and clear from attachments, I want you to tune in and pay attention and notice how connected you are. Every single person choosing this right now, all over the world. Can you feel the connection? Just by showing up in this way for ourselves, we show up for others. We are always connected. The moments when we feel a disconnection is not because there is no connection. It's a lapse in awareness of that connection from ourselves to source to all others. I am enough. Let's connect into that light behind our eyes. With your eyes closed, I want you to find that light. Maybe you're finding it more quickly every time. I want you to expand that light. Allow it to get bigger. Grow it so big that no matter which direction you look with your eyes closed, all you see and feel is that bright light. I am enough. Connect in with that light. Understand that that is you in this world. I am enough. Understand that you are not the only one feeling everything that you feel, going through what you're going through, because we're all connected. I am enough. Understand that you get to choose today. You get to choose to be full, to be thankful. I am enough. You get to choose to be aware of your gifts and your abilities. I am enough. You get to choose to understand the amount of love that is available for you. I am enough. You get to choose to recognize how many people love you. And whether it's one or millions, the amount of love is the same. Infinite. I am enough. All you need is you, your connection to Source. I am enough. I want you to become aware of the stories that replay in your mind that tell you you're not enough. The stories of what you need to do or accomplish or be to be enough. And I want you, just like a page, to turn it and let it go. And I want you to write on this page today, I am enough. Right here, right now, just as I am, right where I'm at. I am enough. We will not guilt ourselves, nor shame ourselves, nor hate ourselves into a state of love. But we can surrender and let go of those stories and know we are enough. I am enough. Breathe deeply in, fill your belly, fill your chest with air. And exhale fully. 6 seconds of breathing in and 6 seconds of breathing out. Just be here. Breathe deeply in and exhale. I am enough. I want you to become aware of this feeling right now that you feel inside. I am enough. And I want you to imagine it is just like clothing you would wear. And that you can put this on every single day. And in any moment that you recognize that you are not wearing it, you can close your eyes, put it on. I am enough. Breathing deeply in. We're going to do 3 more full breaths. Breathing deeply in for 6 seconds. And exhaling for 6 seconds. Breathing deeply in. And exhaling. One more, deeply in. And exhaling. How are you feeling today on this beautiful, beautiful Friday? This beautiful day. I feel so good and calm. I also feel very loved. And I also know with every fiber in my being that I am enough. I'm so, so glad that you took this time to wrap yourself up I know I need it. I always need the reminder. I would love to hear from you. What came up for you today in this meditation? What came up for you as we process through really coming to know our self-worth? I always love hearing your shares and hearing about what your experience is like. And I want you to know I feel some of you feel very heavy right now. Not in a bad way. I just know that we're feeling a lot and there's a lot going on. I feel you. I feel you. And I just want to remind you, you're enough. You are enough. Right where you're at, just as you are. And I just want to remind you of that. What came up for you today during this meditation? Was it hard to be still? Are you still learning? Are you still practicing? Could you feel expansion within as you allowed yourself to be loved? Did you feel yourself getting better at learning how to focus your mind on what you're wanting to accomplish? Susie Snow, my children will be okay until I can see them again. Yes, I love that so much. Yes, yes they will. They absolutely will. You are so right, Susie. You're right. And by allowing ourselves to let go of that, you release yourself from some sense of responsibility that's not yours. You're right. They're going to be okay until they see you again. And you get to be filled with love and that knowing, and that's what they're going to feel. When we know that for ourselves, so too do the people around us. That's amazing. I love that share. Thank you, Susie. Paul says, thank you, Bree. You are so welcome, brother. I love you. I'm glad you're here. What else? What else came up for you during this time? What came up as you focused on knowing that you are enough? Is that hard? Is that challenging to remember that we're enough? Do you guys feel that more so on some days than others? That some days I feel like I'm not enough. And when do we feel that? What's going on in our world? I know for me, I feel that sometimes on days when I don't get a lot of things done. Sometimes I feel like I'm not enough. When I'm not checking off a list, when I'm not accomplishing as many things as I need to, I feel that. I feel that challenge. I was just sharing with a friend yesterday that it was, although I did some things yesterday, it was more of a low-key day, but I could feel that discomfort inside of not knowing almost that I was enough and that was okay to just be in that space. It was okay to not check off 1,000,001 things. So each and every day, we must remind ourselves and remember that the more we practice anything, the better we get. That goes for things that we don't really want to practice often too. Those habits or practices that maybe are not adding to our betterment. So be aware of that. But I can assure you that this time for yourself each and every single day is adding to your betterment. So I hope you take it. I hope you take it some point every single day. And I hope we can continue to grow this and grow more and more people utilizing the practice of awareness and insight in their day. The benefits are extensive and infinite, really, with each and every one of us. Learning how to take the time and be patient and wrap ourselves up. Paul says, I'm feeling a mixture of love and emptiness in my heart. Gratitude for good friends who are there for me during difficult moments. I hear you, brother. Feel that. That tug, that discomfort. And yes, you are. I am truly enough. You bet. Paul says, I am truly enough. You are. And I hear you. Sometimes we feel that tug. And that tug is because we've got to practice that knowing more frequently that I am enough. That in the midst of that tug, that emptiness, that aloneness, that challenge, whatever it is for you, to be able to know that you are enough. You are absolutely right, Paul. You are enough. And we are enough. So I love you. I mean that. If you need anything, if there is any way I can help and support you, I'm here. Please don't hesitate. You're enough. You are enough. So I will see you all tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And I'm so grateful. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep growing more and more awareness. Let's elevate our love, our light, and our joy for ourselves so that we do it also for everyone around us. Remind yourself today, all day, put on that cloak of being enough every single day, all day. And I hope that not only today, but every day, you always know your worth. I will see you tomorrow.